Hi everyone, welcome to Switched On. My name's Paul and today I'm going to be looking at a new game that's coming out today on the eShop, and that's Super Mega Baseball 2. Now for those of you that know anything about this game at all, you know that it's been out on the PlayStation and Xbox, I think PC as well, but it's always sort of one of those games that you get the fans on Twitter constantly sending barrages of tweets to the devs saying when's this coming to the Switch, and they've always denied it. Said they're not actively working on it. Well, last Friday they made an announcement saying they actually are working on it, and not only that, it's coming to the Switch in a week. So it's out today on Thursday the 25th of July. So I thought I'd bring you some gameplay if you're wondering what this is about. If you've been around my channel for any length of time, you know that I love my baseball and I've covered a number of games on the channel. RBI series, RBI 19, and the Japanese series Jikyo Powerful Pro Baseball, but this would be like the trilogy, so the third baseball game that we're getting that's going to be playable anyway. So what I thought I'd do is just run through a quick short exhibition game. You can choose the inning length, so it will be the Sawtooth Sharks. And see here we've got a choice of, see that counter moving there, that's your ego counter, and that's basically a skill level, and it starts at 0, goes up to 99, and it sort of determines how tough the game is. But also there's a really nice system in the game of like you get basically scored for pretty much everything you do in the game, and that's multiplied by your ego. So the higher your ego, the more points you're going to get in the game for doing things, and then that gets ranked on the leaderboard. So really cool system, you'll see that in a second. Stick it around about 38 for me. Tried it on 40 and wasn't getting very far, so I need to build up my skill on that. But I don't know, let's play the freebooters and let's get in with the game. So we're going to play 3 innings. You can choose any number of innings. You can even play a 1 inning game, but let's just play a 3 inning game at a random stadium. I'm not worried about picking the team, let's just get into the game. Now it's got a really good online system. I mean, considering it's technically an indie game, the online infrastructure seems excellent. It's got cross-platform multiplayer in a mode called a pennant mode. I think the leaderboards might be cross-platform as well, though don't quote me on that. I know certainly the pennant mode is cross-platform, and that's basically where you play a number of games in a week and you get ranked on those. But as I say, you can play against Xbox and PC players, not obviously PlayStation, because they don't play ball with anybody. Also the online system, you can kick off like looking for a game and then carry on playing your single player mode, and then when a game's been found it'll alert you and you can sort of jump out of your game and play that. So some really good systems. We'll have a look at them after this, but let's talk a little bit about the mechanics. You can see it's kind of a cartoony look. If you're familiar with the Super Mega series, the first game was sort of very cartoony, sort of oversized heads, little bodies, that kind of thing. So they've tried to make the graphics a little bit more humanized for the sequel, and I quite like the art style. It reminds me a lot of 2K Playgrounds. So we bash one out to centre field. Yes, it's got that sort of, both in terms of how the players look, but also the graphics. They're a little bit smudgy. Got this sort of a weird kind of smudgy lighting effect on them. It really does remind me of 2K Playgrounds. We're going to get our first hit there, straight down the middle. Mechanics are really nice, controls are really nice as well. Just have a little talk about those while we're at the plate. Crotch grab. But I'm moving this icon, and it's basically A to hit the ball. All timing based, and you also can press B for a bunt, and also there's a power hit, which is a really nice mechanic where you have to hold down Y, which starts a backswing, and then you let go of Y to swing forward, but you almost have to sort of commit to it before the pitch comes out, because it takes like what feels like a split second or a second to build it up, so you can't just sort of decide at the last moment to do a powerful swing. So that's a really nice sort of risk reward mechanic. I like that a lot. So we're now pitching. We've got 3 quick outs, and the pitching, if you look at the right hand side, you can see we've got like a little ball there with all the different pitches that this pitch has currently got. So you just use the right stick, point at a direction to choose a pitch. So we'll go with the 4-seam fastball. Left stick to aim this baseball over the plate. And you've got a little arrow there to sort of indicate the movement that the ball's going to take. We're then going to press A to start the pitch, and you'll see a cursor where the where you selected the ball to go. Basically, that will be static, and then there's like a moving dotted cursor that you have to try and line up and get over that dot. You'll see what I mean. So yeah, I'm moving that dotted cursor to try and hit the area where I selected the ball to be pitched in. It's quite hard to do, and I think it moves in a random direction, so it's not guaranteed you know where it's going to go. Let's try a different pitch, try a curveball. You see here the break's much bigger, so the break's, we're going to aim sort of for the umpire's head, but the break of the ball will take it into the strike zone if we land this cursor right. And then you see it curves and dives down into that. It's a nice pitch to catch the pitcher out. The closer you get it, the dotted cursor to the aiming cursor, indicates a more powerful and more accurate pitch. Ooh, nearly got a double play. Fielding controls, standard for baseball games. So face buttons will aim to a base. So if you press A, it will throw it to first base. X, it will throw it to second base. You know the drill if you've played baseball games before. That one control is missing, which I found to be a little bit problemsome when playing online. Ooh, dear, that was bad. Is that it hasn't got the facility to pick off. So if somebody's trying to steal a base, you can't pick a base off. Basically because there's no leading in the game. You can't sort of step off a few steps of the base. So to try and catch out runners, you really just have to pitch out. There's one. There's two. So yeah, you have to just pitch out. If I show you that here, if you aim up and away, you see it says pitch out. And then just throw your fastball up there and the catcher will catch it. So then if I do that again, you can just immediately throw to like second base. I won't do it because nobody's stealing, but if somebody was trying to steal second, you could then just throw to second base. So I didn't really pick up on that till quite late in my online game, and the person I was playing was just stealing on me constantly, so that didn't end well. But certainly in the next online game I would know to start pitching out if I suspect that a steal is coming. There is kind of a split second notice that a steal is coming. It sort of flashes up on the screen right at the last second of your pitch, so you have got a chance to quickly do a pitch out. So 3 outs for the AI, and we're back up to bat. That was a high one, should probably have left that. And that must have been close. Clip the corner of the strike zone, and that's another high one. Swing for that. That's an easy first out. You can see the animation. I'm not super keen on the animation. It's a little bit sort of, I don't know, it feels like it's, I think it's meant to be 60 frames a second, but looks like the actual animations themselves are sort of missing frames. It's a little bit jerky and, I don't know, just looks a bit unnatural. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, overall I quite like the graphical style. But yeah, it's certainly got a little bit of a feel of a budget title. Well, that was a quick 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can dispatch the AI in the same way. Now, one thing I haven't spoken about yet is what I spoke about when this game was loading, and that's the score system. You may have noticed it, but if you look in the top left-hand corner, you'll see my current score, which is 7,410. It's just gone up a little bit because I've got an out. But basically, as I say, anything you do in the game, as they bring in a pinch hitter, anything you do in the game you'll get a score for, and then at the end of the game you're left with a total score which gets ranked on the leaderboard. And as I said at the start, I absolutely love that. It's got a season mode in this game, and a few other little things apart from the online, but to have leaderboards as well is really going to make me, oh dear, that's a feel now. It will really make me come back and keep playing this game. Already got some of my friends on there, some other reviewers are also on there, so it's going to make it really competitive. Now, one thing you may have seen when the fielder just errored there, when he didn't pick up on that easy throw to first, it came up with Mojo in red above his head. That's the other thing, apart from the ego system, which is the basic overall difficulty. Every player has got a Mojo And what that is their sort of feeling at the time. So if you have a look here, you can kind of see it on the player card there on the right hand side. Their mojo at the moment is neutral, but that changes. So as they get a good run of hits or field well or pitch well, the mojo can go up. And conversely, as they do things badly, the mojo can go down, and then that just sort of starts affecting them. So if your pitcher's mojo goes down, you'll start to find it hard to get control. So you'll find it harder to get that dotted cursor over the aiming cursor. So we go for a double and get it pulled off that time. So yeah, good 1, 2, 3 there. So they're making a few substitutions. We'll have a look at that for ourselves in a sec. And it's bobbling around. Is that going to make it? It's not going to make it, is it? Try one of those power hits, as I say. So you need to start holding down wide just before the pitch, really, and then you let go. And then the longer you can hold it down for, ooh, that's going. When you let it down, when you let go of the Y button, that's how powerful the hit is, and that is out of here. That's gone field and gone big. That's over 400 feet, 434 feet into the crowd. Nice little celebration. Now, another great thing about this game that I really like a lot is the speed of the way you can get through games. Now, most baseball games, you've got loading in transition, sort of between pitching and batting. There's a loading screen. RBI 19 is notorious for it. Can take sort of 10, 20, maybe more seconds to transition between batting and pitching. But this is like pretty much instant. Just flips around straight away. There's no faff. You know, you just, even between pitches, there's no sort of faffing around. You just get straight into the next pitch. You can skip most of those little cutscenes as well, and you can really get through a full game. I mean, I've played 4 or 5 games of this already, and you can get through a full game in about 15 minutes. That's another 3 outs. So this is our last innings. We need a shutout to take a 1-0 victory. Let's do a substitution actually to show you how that works. So you've got the batters here, our pitcher. Obviously you recognise, if you know anything about baseball, none of these baseball players are real. They're all unlicensed and made up. But when we finish this game, I'll go back to the menus and show you the customization features. But let's just substitute our pitcher out here. You've probably also noticed as well that there's men and women playing in the same team, which is fine. So, as an arcade game, it's not a problem to me. Now, there is another pitch type here. By holding down Y, it does a more powerful pitch, but takes more energy. So you can see your stamina on the left-hand side for the pitcher. Doc Simpleman is our pitcher at the moment. So yeah, he's only just come in, so he's got a stamina bar that's quite full. Now, the pitching is the fielding. Sorry, is like semi-automatic. So the fielders will kind of move to where the ball's going. Although you can take over manual control at any time. There's also diving and jumping, which you can use the R and ZR buttons, or up and down on the right stick to do dives and jumps. And this is the AI's last out. So let's see if we can make sure we keep a shutout. That's going into the stands, so we can catch that. So possibly the last pitch of the game. See if we can get him to swing and miss. If he swings and he gets it down. So they live to fight another day. See if we can get a double play. You can use the D-pad to change the infield. So we'll change the infield here to a double play. Let's see if we can catch him with a low one. Get him to ground out to a double play. Well, that's not going to happen, is it? He's gone long, he's gone high, and he's gone over the fence. And that is the winning runs, I believe. I think they had someone on base, so that's 2 runs. And we lose the game there with the last out, which is a shame. You see here at the end of the game, get a obviously summary of the scoreboards. through those. MVPs, so Stockton Brickhouse gets the first MVP, Johnny Baggs and Guns Jackman. And here we see star points, so you get extra points at the end of the game as well. I've only got one extra additional lot of points there for few walks allowed. But some games you can get 3, 4, 5, 6 different bonus points to add to your total. So we've got 18,070. You can see here now. Got friends leaderboard there. But my score there, 19. I think that's a cumulative score, so 19,149. You can see it gets me 8th place, but top place there was 630,000 points, so it'll take a while to catch that. So let's try and... Oh, I want to pick somebody, we want to get out. Okay, so that might be a little bug there. We can't actually get out to... Oh, there we go. Once we get off the scoreboard, that's fine. Okay, so that was the gameplay. I mean, it's a really nice game. I'm obviously going to review this one, give you my actual final thoughts, but yeah, it's going to be a close call for the best baseball game on the Switch, I think. I really like RBI 19. I like the presentation, the way it's licensed. Gameplay's probably the most basic of the three. But doesn't mean it's not a good game. Obviously, Jikyo has its issues as well with it all being in Japanese, but the gameplay is solid. And this one kind of somewhere between the two, I guess. It's not got the presentation, but it has got the gameplay. So, be interesting. I'm going to shake these three down and see what comes out on top. So that'll be a video coming up probably over the weekend. But let's just have a look at some of the options in the menu. You can change the audio and online settings, so you can change cross-platform, that you can turn that off. Game has got voice chat, not tried that yet. Text chat is just like you basically press minus button and you get preset phrases that you can say, which works quite well. X button, you can see in the bottom left hand corner there, brings up the party mode, so you can search for an online game while you're doing other stuff. So that's cool. So let's see if we can get into the customization, just show you how that works. So you can edit a team. I think they give you 3 sort of set made up teams here that you can edit. So let's just have a look at editing team. You change the name, got a logo editor, and can change the kit color. I'm not going to go deep into this because it could be hours tinkering around, so I'm just going to show you the very basics of it. Change the uniform, got a lot of options there to change uniform colors, different styles, different accessories. That's pretty cool. Player editors, so you can edit every single player on the team. So if you wanted to, you could recreate the MLB, I suppose. You could create all the MLB teams. I believe you can't play those online. I'll have to double check that, but I don't think you can take created teams online, which is fair enough. I can understand that, because people will just make overpowered teams and it'd be pointless. But it may well be worth, if you're really interested, going through and making the MLB. You can't share the teams online either, which is a shame, because somebody could have done all the hard work and then you can just download the MLB teams, but that's not possible to do that. But you can see here you can edit all sorts of stuff on the players. You've got a nice sort of team picture there. You can change the home field. I think there's only 8 fictional stadiums as well. I believe there is 16 teams, sort of made up teams. Let's have a quick look at the season mode. Oh, I'm actually in the middle of a game now. Oh, don't want to cancel the season. Yeah, so we can't see that, but I'm sure there's 16 teams anyway. Let's have a look at the, we should be able to see it on exhibition teams. And they're all divided into divisions. So you can press Y for more teams, and these are the created teams. I don't know if you can create more than the 3 here. You might be able to. So you might be able to create a whole list of made up teams, like, you know, a team of Nintendo characters or a team of your friends, and then play against each other. There is local play. I think you can do split Joy-Cons. I can't see a reason why you couldn't, because you don't need all the buttons. You only need basically the face buttons and 2 shoulder buttons, so I'd imagine you can do split Joy-Cons on that. And then you've also got leaderboards here, as we showed earlier, but you know, there's all different things. You've got global stats. So star points are those points that you accumulate. Total number of wins, total number of hits, home runs, strikeouts, great catches. So you know, you've got loads of different stats to measure yourself against other people, so that's really cool. But I hope that's given you a good overview. Please like and subscribe if you like these baseball videos, if you found this useful. If you're picking this one up later, drop me a comment below, or if you've got any questions or need any advice, or wondering if there's anything in this game that I might have missed that you want to know about, just let me know below, and I should be able to answer you pretty quickly today, so that shouldn't be a problem. But I will leave this there. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Cheers, bye bye.